Well, Heidi ho, my peeps. Um, I just got back from my pilgrimage to Mount Chipotle. Here's the backstory. About 4 days ago, some posts started showing up on Facebook um, about a place called Mount Chipotle. Mount Chipotle is a pile of dirt about 20 feet high in a parking lot in the tiny mountain town of Oakhurst, California. The pile of dirt is left over from the excavation that was done when the new Chipotle restaurant was built there. Now, Oakhurst, California is a tiny little mountain town. It has a real sort of contrarian kind of vibe to it. They're hill folk, and they like being hill folk, and they don't like corporate stuff, and they're real mom and pop oriented. But corporations have invaded the community over the years. There's a Carl's Jr. and a Taco Bell and a McDonald's and a Starbucks. There's a grocery outlet and a Vons, I think. So most of the rest of the town is all mom and pop owned retail and food. Anyway, they found out that Chipotle had contracted to build a restaurant there at the main crossroad, which is at the crossroad of Highway 41 and Highway 49. Now, when you come up and you stop at that crossroad, if you hang a left you come up 41 from where we live. If you hang a left onto 49 and you keep going, you will go through a couple little towns, including Mariposa, which is an awesome little town. Pretty soon you'll get to Coulterville, and then you'll start heading into the California Gold Rush country proper. There's Murphy's and Angels Camp and a number of other little towns that were gold rush towns back in the 1850s. So 49 sort of takes you along that trail of gold rush towns. Sonora is there. Jackson is there. So Jamestown is there. So that's the gold rush country. But if you stay on 41 and you continue through the little hamlet of Oakhurst, you will continue to go up the mountain, and pretty soon you will get to Yosemite. Most of you are going to know what Yosemite is, but those of you that don't, it's a national park that has a number of monstrous rock formations that people will climb, some of them, and it also has a number of impressive waterfalls, including Bridal Veil Falls, which is very well known. So that and if you continue through Yosemite, you can go up over the mountain passes, and you'll land down on the eastern side of the Sierras in Nevada. So it's quite scenic. Anyway, so a couple of days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, these posts started showing up about Mount Chipotle, and people would post pictures of this big pile of dirt in the parking lot, and they called it Mount Chipotle. Well, the day after the first posts were done, they started posting pictures of a trailhead sign that someone had made. It's a replica of the National Park trailhead signs that you'll see all over in the Sierras. So it's the same shape and size with the same font, and it says, Mount Chipotle, welcome. and it was mounted on a 4x4 stuck in the bottom of this hill of dirt. So that caused quite a stir. Later that day, someone posted a photo of, I believe it was a flag associated with a punk band that's up there. And then the American flag showed up. Then the punk band's flag disappeared. Then a Christmas tree showed up. And people started making these treks up and down Mount Chipotle, taking pictures and, leaving souvenirs and all kinds of crap. And it became a huge deal. If you Google Mount Chipotle, it comes up on Google as a hiking trail in Oakhurst, California. So it's really getting out of hand and hilarious. Well, plus there are a bunch of other posts. People will take, they'll do a picture of Mount Chipotle and then they'll Photoshop in the Energizer Bunny or Sasquatch or my favorite, which is the Grinch and his dog Max. And there's a sign saying, Mount Chipotle Sherpas for rent. May include Max if you bring a taco bowl. Just ridiculous, stupid, goofy stuff, right? But it has captured the hearts and souls of the locals and people from outside the area to just continue to contribute to the shenanigans of Mount Chipotle. And mind you, this has only been going on for about 4 days. So last night, I found out about it last night. Grant showed me on his social media about it. And I went on my Facebook and read all about it and read all the posts and laughed for the first time in a long time. And I told Grant, I said, we have got to go visit Mount Chipotle. Let's do it tomorrow. We're going to have dinner, or rather we're going to have breakfast with a friend who's kind of on the way to that area. And after we're done, we'll just head on up and we'll go see Mount Chipotle. So he thought that was a good idea. Well, we woke up this morning and went on social media only to discover that someone had taken everything off of Mount Chipotle. The sign was gone, the Christmas tree, the American flag was gone, the tributes were gone, everything was gone. And there was a huge scuttlebutt about, well, what happened? Did Chipotle Inc. take it down, or how maybe the management of this big strip center thinking it was an attractive nuisance, or maybe it was just a Grinch, or maybe the public works department took it down. I mean, there were all sorts of rumors about who may have vandalized Mount Chipotle. Well, there were no signs posted that said you couldn't climb Mount Chipotle. At that time, there wasn't a fence around it or anything. So people were like, well, we can bring it back. Just because the stuff has been taken down doesn't mean you can't take it back. We should have a candlelight vigil for Mount Chipotle and, mourn the loss of this incredibly important national monument. So, you know how that thing goes. It just went on and on. So Grant and I decided we're going to go see what's left of Mount Chipotle. And we did. And the video follows here. Okay, so here we are at Mount Chipotle. The gal in the black is a local. The gal in the white shirt is from Channel 30, a local news station, and that's her cameraman and the drone operator who is getting a story here today. I brought my Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I'll show you. See, I dug this out of the yard of our friend that we had breakfast with. And on top of that, I have my Charlie Brown single red ball Christmas ornament.
Oh no, that's a real Charlie Brown ornament, girl.
Okay, so dropped my ornament. Typical coyote mishap.
See, there's an ornament right there. The clear one. The clear
It
part.
has to be red. Oh, there's some.
I'm not carrying that big one up.
Okie dokie, so I have planted my Charlie Brown Christmas tree, missing its red ornament. People have put some interesting stuff up here. We have a solar light and this, and then this. Don't know what those things are. Then we have the Western Sierra Charter Schools. Reptile Ron left his card. Somebody left 15 cents at a piece of gum. And then there's a KMPH TV 26 ornament and this little dude. So those are the tributes so far this early afternoon on December 20th. I feel like I've just scaled Everest. This is pretty darn exciting. So now, gonna make our way back down the hill. Once wasn't enough, right? I think I might go get an ornament for my Charlie Brown tree and come back to that. Let me get ahead of you, Grant.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm funnier from behind. I couldn't have done this last year, huh?
No?
No, I could not have done it.
Uh-oh. Did you see who's here?
Okay, so, oh, Bigfoot's here, yay. Okay, so we're back, and we've got our things we're gonna put up there. Even though I broke the damn ornament, look what we found at the Dollar Tree. It's a drink cup, because Santa needs a little nip when he gets up to the top. Oh my God, I'm loving it. Somebody had enough sense to dress up as Bigfoot. Okay, Mr. Grant, why don't you head up the hill ahead of me?
Carrying the ornament.
This is so exciting. Scaling the mountain twice in one day.
Yeah, I said I wanted to do this three, so
Oh my God, that is perfect.
Oh, Penny, we have an 1880s journal store. Like you're going back in time. Fully decorated with Christmas stuff.
It's about time you got here.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't want to miss all the excitement.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to fix my tree. Ah, this is hilarious.
One more.
I'm so glad we came here today. Here comes Grant with Santa's a little nip of gin.
Well, I'll just tie it on. Because then Santa can tie one on.
Let's go. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's come down.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Come down.
you know, there's leaf lodge around here.
Stop it.
Oh shoot. Man, this is exactly what I needed this Christmas. You
Yeah?
know, it's the only thing I am excited about.
I agree. This has been a tough month for me as well.
Tough
So, yeah,
year,
this has
tough
been-
month. Yeah,
This has been awesome.
I love that. This has made my entire year. Now I'm gonna go buy myself some t-shirts. Now we've got Eastern California's Madera County EMS folks here to scale it.
Medical's here for hypoxia.
Right. Grant says medical's here for hypoxia on this little hill of dirt. Like Grant said, you could fall off any side and you wouldn't get hurt. Oh, shit. So funny. Oh, there they go. There go the EMTs. They're going to go over there, see if there are any survivors that need to come down on a stretcher. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Oh my God.
Almost there!
Yay! Honestly, I mean, that is the most fun I've had in a long, long time. So now we're home. I'm going to go online. There's a local there that's selling t-shirts, and someone else is selling hoodies and all kinds of merch. So we picked up our free Mount Chipotle stickers, one of which is now on the back windshield of our car. And now I'm going to go online and I'm going to order a t-shirt for Grant and one for me, maybe one for each of my kids. You know, Merry Christmas. You're getting a Mount Chipotle t-shirt, kids. That's about all. So yeah, but you know, it was real interesting because a couple different TV stations were there, like you saw in the video, and we were talking about how the story of Mount Chipotle is it's an interesting local color story, but the real story is how people felt when the stuff was taken off the mountain, and how that it was crushing to the locals who had so much emotion invested in this silly little roadside attraction that is extremely temporary. I mean, you know, the bulldozers are going to be by any day to, you know, clear the dirt out from the parking lot and complete their contract, whatever. So the knowledge that it's a very brief, ethereal, transitory event it's like, well, yeah, no duh, of course. But the thought of having it ripped away so quickly after it began to evolve, that was just kind of crushing. So I've been giving a lot of thought to this whole thing and why it appeals to me so much. And I was talking to some other people that were standing around, and I said, you know, this is the first thing, well, the second thing. The first thing was this wonderful gift that my friend gave me that you can see right there. Sheets. My beloved Judy sent me a set of Betsy Johnson sheets, which it was the first time my spirit was raised this entire holiday season. And I got to sleep on my sheets, and I slept on them again. Last night was the second night. But the Mount Chipotle thing it tickled me deep in my heart for so many reasons. One, it's a tribute to the brief and delicate nature of just being alive. We are not here for very long. We all know that there's no way out. My dad used to say, Cheryl, I've checked all the doors, I've checked all the windows, I've checked all the maps, and I finally had to accept the fact that there's no way out of this life alive. And Mount Chipotle is sort of is a tribute to that. It's an acknowledgement of how fleeting life and joy and community can be. The fact that so many people have come together about this thing with nary a whiff of politics. Wow. In a year like this, that is saying something. Now, I did see a couple of comments about Biden this or whatever. Mostly it was bagging on the Democrats, but not very few, very little of that. It was mostly just the community saying, isn't this really a freaking wonderful thing? And nobody questioned anybody else's politics about it, which, wow, it's been so long since that's been normal, to not even wonder how your neighbors voted or you know, what you have to deal with at work because of politics or at school. It has been so long. And this felt like a real wave of nostalgia for the old America, the one I grew up in when I was a kid and a teenager and a young person. And I really didn't, I knew how much I missed it, but I didn't feel how deeply I missed it until this little thing has occurred. And then waking up this morning and finding out that all the stuff had been taken away. Oh gosh, what a blow. It's like I didn't even get to go pay tribute. I didn't even get to join with my extended community, my extended mountain community, and pay homage to this incredibly dorky, nerdy, ridiculous shenanigan. And I wanted to participate in that. I really did. So going today, participating, talking to people, shooting that video you just saw, it has meant more to me than almost anything else that's happened this holiday season. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So now I'm going to order my Mount Chipotle shirt. I think I will probably link it below so you can take a look at what they're selling. And I'm going to go to bed a little bit happier tonight than I went to bed 2 nights ago. So I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day or evening whenever you see this. I hope you all have plans for the holiday that will fill your spirit with hope and love and togetherness with your friends and family. I hope this holiday, this Christmas, this Hanukkah and Kwanzaa is everything that you want it to be. So on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye.